Okay, so this is the first weekend of the Tempe Town Lake series of the spring, and we have to go through the entire process here of creating the new file and all of that. So let's start by creating the series. So there is a template file that I use that has most of everything involved. So here we go, race scoring template files, TTL template file. I'm going to open it, and I'm going to immediately save it back, save series as, so that I'm not changing this. And I have I'll call it 2023 TTL Spring Race Series. That's been my convention. The year, the lake, and then fall or spring. We're going to save. All right, now here's where it gets interesting. We got to go into the scoring system. So we start with Appendix A53, okay, and we look at our codes, okay, and the code should be accurate still, but I just like to double check. DSQ is, so everything is DNFs, everything, and DNF is boats in race +1. DNC is boats in race +2. Yep, check that. Right now, as this changes, we'll update the template file, but it's always good to double check the this to make sure. And retired is actually starters +0. So you get last place if you retire. All right, so this all looks correct. Now, how did I know that? Well, I've worked with the NOR for this season already, and I know that that is correct. Now let's go to the different fleets, and so there is no rating system at the base level. So now we go to the individual fleets to look and see what changes to the codes and the rating system may be in play. Oh, and then the series scoring also, we need every fifth race, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to throw out a race. So we throw one out at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We throw another one out at 10, and so on. Technically, there is a way to do this programmatically, but I've never been able to figure it out. I've never been able to make it work, I should say. I read the documentation. I've never been able to make it work. Okay, so now let's go to our fleet. So Catalina Capris are racing, have no rules changes. The junior fleet is a Portsmouth rating system. So they have one override, and that is the rating system. The laser fleet has just racing one design, so no overrides there. The Portsmouth fleet proper is one override. It is the rating system. And then the Sunfish fleet has no overrides. Let's look at this now. If I wanted to shift to change anything about this, you can see that here I'm inheriting everything about the race scoring, scoring codes, series scoring is being inherited, but the rating system is, for now, USSA Portsmouth, U.S. Sailing Association Portsmouth rating. Okay. So that's where we would change it by fleet. Now, it's important that even if you have to enter a fleet for each fleet. So if we suddenly had a new fleet, like, I don't know, the what would you pick a boat? If we suddenly had Force Fives, a fleet of Force Fives, and they were also racing with no handicap, we still have to create them as a fleet to be able to score them separately and deal with it, because the system has to understand that they exist. Okay, so our scoring system looks good. Let's go series properties. Okay, and just change the event name. I did that. That was wrong all season and nobody called me on it. AYC Tempe Town Lake Fall 2023 race series. This is where the you tell it where the Burgee logos are, and I like the event and venue one to be the same. It show you where that shows up and Tempe Town Lake. I don't put any of the rest of this on there because you have to know our website to get to the page anyway, and that sort of thing. The rest of this is not super important. Notes, admin, nothing there. So, but we do need to change the series property name. Okay, and so let's see. All right, so it's series properties. All right, and then race one, we want to edit that race, and we'll look at, okay, so race one, we need to set up for the rest of the series what fleets are racing. So we're going to edit this start. Start one is not all competitors. We're going to select those competitors, and we're going to say fleet equals, oh, right. I'm sorry. We can't do that until we've imported. Okay. Can't do that until we've imported and it's got some fleets to deal with. So hold on that. All right. So now we need some competitors. We don't have anybody competing in our races yet. So where do we get that? We need to go to our Arizona Yacht Club wildapricot.org, and we'll log in here. Give it a second. Okay, my password manager is being fussy. Ignore the man behind the curtain for a moment. It's an extension that causes issues from time to time. Okay. Now it should work. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So now what I need to do is I need to go in to admin view and see the events and find the 2023 spring race series, not the day entries, but the entire series. Registrants and invitees. And I can download this. You can't filter it by any of the custom fields. So just bring the whole thing down and export registrants. I need the event title, the first name. I don't want the Lake Pleasant stuff today. I want the TTL fleet, sail number, boat name, Portsmouth rating, or the make and model, and I don't care whether or not they agree to the rules, and that should be it. So we'll hit export and give it a second, and it will send us all of the good information that we need. Okay, so now it's gonna say, okay, what are we doing with this? We're gonna go scoring, and I'm gonna change this to TTL entries so that I can find it. Okay, close that. Now, oops. Now I'll open it up because of course it's not quite ready for import. And we'll bring it down here. And so, all right. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get rid of anybody who does not have a so we need to filter out anybody whose TTL fleet is blank, and I want to show them so that I can delete them. Delete rows. And now I can, okay. Oh, and suddenly in doing that, I realize that we have an additional fleet. The FJs need something done in the template. Okay, so now we got to go back to scoring system. Remember I said we had to have a fleet, new fleet. I picked the sunfish because the FJs aren't going to have any override either, but FJ is how they're going to be entered. So FJ there. And now we'll go back to our spreadsheet. Okay. And now I don't really need this column. And I think we're ready. So now what I want to do is sort by fleet and look at my Portsmouth fleet. Do they have 1, 2, 3, 4? First off, they barely have a fleet. And I don't want any numbers here. So, and now I'm going to go, let's see, 87.9. And now I've got somebody who didn't enter a rating. Now I've got to go look up that rating. Now I'm going to pause. I'm just going to go look it up. I happen to know that they had entered last season and I must have had a rating for them then, but I'm gonna go get that. Okay, so they came up as a 96.1. This is one of the things that drives me personally crazy about this, though, is because it's the skipper's responsibility, but we as scorers just wind up doing it. Okay, so the Portsmouth fleet needs that. The junior fleet also needs it. Now I cut these guys a little slack. They're running radials. And we know what, so the Danner, Zornick, and Gibbs are running radials on their lasers. The BIC we have a rating for as well, so I'm going to go get that as well, and I'll be back. All right, so the radials are 90. We're running them at 96.7. And the BICs are running 108. And let's see. Uh, 96.7. Okay. So now we've got Portsmouth ratings for everybody. I don't know why that was in there. So we take that out. And yeah, we'll put in there. What does it say? Make and model. So open BIC. And then laser radial. There we go. Okay. After that, this looks pretty good. Now, the other problem is, okay, well, I don't know. Okay, so Edward Schletsky Says he's in the Capri. He must be an adopted boat. They've managed to enter twice, so I'm not sure what's going on there. They don't have a sail number. Zornick doesn't have a sail number. Now we'll probably get it this first round. Okay, so now we have two FJs entered. That's all fine and dandy. They have officially apparently entered. A lot of times for ASU, we'll just get ASU Skipper 1, ASU Skipper 2, because they're just out there to practice the racing and don't really care about who wins. All right, and then we keep going down. We've got, this is pretty common for the junior not to know their sail number as well because they're borrowing. Now, Laser Fleet should really know their stuff here. And then, because most of them all know their sail numbers. And then let's see, Portsmouth can be a mixed bag, ha ha ha. And the Sunfish come and go a little bit on whether or not they know their sail numbers. I know that Tim was out there on Sunday, so we'll probably get his on the way in. But this is the kind of stuff that's going to make scoring difficult when you don't have sail numbers, because it matches on fleet and sail number. So that becomes a problem. All right, but this is what we got. So let's get it in there and see what happens. So now we come over here to our 2023 TTL Spring Race Series file, and we import competitors from CSV file. There it is. Okay, so now we browse, and I have a place where I keep all this, and I go by date modified. Here it is. Okay, TTL entries, and I go, okay, and next. What field names? Oh gosh. Okay, so now it's going to want to know. So Helm first name, Helm last name. What I'm doing, I'm right clicking. TTL fleet is fleet. TTL sail number is sail no. Boat name is boat. The model is class, and the rating is, what is the rating? Rating is rating. Okay, next. Okay, finish. All right, so here we go. And now you see everybody showed up here. Now, in doing so, it's changed the titles of these. I don't like that. I just put them back. And the other way to not have that happen would be to name it correctly in the file itself, but I don't usually remember those. Okay. Class, boat name, rename. And then rename fleet. Okay. All right. So now we've got our competitors in. Let's go ahead and save this. You can hit save series or Control S. Now, let's go to race 1, and we'll edit this race. And I want to edit this race because all competitors did not compete. I want to go if fleet is equal to, and now this is populated. So I just go straight down. Okay. And the next thing is we finish. The finishes are recorded as finish times. Okay, that's what we enter. Okay, so we ask them to enter. Everything else here stays the same. Okay, but then we need a new one. So now we edit the next one, and we go Catalina Capris. The fleet is FJs. Okay, and it'll keep it this time. It says finish time here. And then we need another one, and we need to edit that and go select fleet is junior fleet. Okay. New, edit, select, Fleet is lasers. Okay. New. Edit. Select. Fleet is Portsmouth. Okay. Okay. New. Edit. Select. Fleet is Sunfish. All right. So now we hit OK. And so it saves, and we go back, and I happen to know, I happen to know that there were 3 races. So new, add 2 races, okay, edit race, and it assumed the same starts for race 2 and race 3. Okay. Okay, so now our file is ready, and I'm going to save again. So Control S that time. Now our file is ready, and we can collect our results from JotForm, jotform.com. Okay, and I logged in already, so it knew it was me. We're going to go to our TTL AYC Racing Score Collector, and I'm going to go to Submissions. And what I like to do is filter for the last weekend. So Saturday to today, custom dates. Okay. And then apply the filter. And that's going to give me everything that was entered for the weekend. And it's going to cut it down to just that weekend. So as you could see, there were 3 races. And now I just hit download. Download as CSV. It would be nice to be able to do this as Excel, because it gives me a little bit different options, but it won't import in Excel. It only will import the CSV. All right. So this is TTL AYC Racing Score Collector, and the date and roughly the time somewhere in the world. I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to open it and get rid of this. And here it comes. It was on a different screen. All right, here we go. Get rid of that. So first things first, I'm going to change the titles to the appropriate ones. Race, no. Fleet is correct. Start time is start. Sale number is sale, no. Finish time is just finish, and race code is code. All right, so that's number 1. Second step, these are organized roughly by fleet, so I'm going to take a look and see if my sale numbers match my competitors. Okay, so for example, the Sunfish, is there a 1093? No, there's no 1093. So I know right off the bat, sale number 1093 is a problem. And they didn't finish. So we'll see about that. 81723. Sunfish 81723 is a problem. Sunfish 73456. 73456 is here. L-13 is here. 72409 is here. 4762 is here. 805 is here. 51 is here. And let's see, 81536 is not here. And 00, and they put here that it was Lee. Now that's nice. But she entered with her old sale number. So I need to fix that here. Actually, she put 00, didn't she? And then I appreciate what they did here, but that will fail also. So wherever it says 00 Lee, this needs to say 00. Okay, so I fixed that, but we're still going to have issues. So we're going to we're going to go deal with our issues in a minute. So actually, let's get out the score sheet right now. Okay, so I saved you the pain of looking at my email and trying to find it again. Here are the score sheets now. So now these are lasers. Okay, let's find the sunfish and see what happened here. See who's who. All right. So 72409 is Dave Henning. So let's see. Let's get rid of this for a minute. Henning, 72409. Dave Henning, 72409. Okay, that one's correct. L13. Olivia Jackman seems to have 1093. I'm going to check this again. 1093. Yep. Okay. So here, Olivia Jackman said she had 18. So we're going to go 1093. Okay. L13 we know is right. 4762 is correct. All right. So Tim Mitchell, 81536. Tim Mitchell didn't have a sale number. So let's put him in. And what I'm doing, I'm double clicking on that and it brings me right to that. So what did I say it was? It was 81536. So 1536. We'll enter the sale number right up here and hit OK. All right, so that one's going to work. And then when Jen Lee was 00, Patricia Pearson, 51 right here. Okay, so now we've got that one worked out. 81723. Don't know who that is, question mark, question mark. 1093 turned out to be Olivia Jackman, but we don't know who 81723. Well, let's go back to our 81723. Don't know who 81723 is. So if I try to import that, I'm not going to know who that is. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new like. So I'm going to select Doug Sycamore. I'm going to create a new one. And I'm going to put sale number 81723 there. And then I'm going to go boat name, helm name, no helm name, and hit OK, because I don't know who that is, but they were scored. So someone's going to come back. We're going to have to fix that later, but at least we can publish the scores as they are delivered. All right, so 73456 we said we got. Let's see, what other ones were we going to have problems with? 1093 we fixed. 81723, 73456. Okay. L13, 42409, 72409, yep, 4762 we got, 805 we got, 51 we got now, right, Patricia, and 81536 is Tim Mitchell, and 0 is Jen Lee, and now we're off to the next race. Okay, so that should be everybody. That's a good start. All right, so now I've got to at least have sale numbers for everybody in there. So now let's go to the Capris. 3191. Capri 3191. 3191. Don't know who they are. And 33. Okay, so Edward Schletsky is 33. And I'm going to put in boat name adopt one, just for argument's sake. And I still am not 100% sure why he's in here twice, but we'll let that go for now. And then number 44 is Zornick, Will Zornick, sale number 44, and I'll make his boat name no ship. Since he put something in, I'm going to leave it. that might be significant to him. Okay, so now, but now I have to take out it here. Now this is an interesting data entry approach, but and you won't always see that, but hopefully that works. So 3191 was one we had up here. It's Gilb. So who is Thomas Gilb? 3191. Okay. Adopted was the boat name. Okay, great. And now let's see, but I still need to take that out and this out. Okay. Okay, so that seems to be the Capris. Now let's look at the FJs. They had 2, and their sale numbers were all the same. So let's look at the score sheets and see where the FJs are. Oh, you know what? I believe the FJs are listed with no. Let's see. Well, I'm not sure what to do about the FJs. They don't seem to be anywhere on here. So now, oh no, wait, here's ASU 140. Don't know. I don't know what to do about that. So 140 ASU looks like there was only one. So this potentially is an error in entering because they can't have. Yeah, this is a double entry. So right here, because the times are exactly the same. So there was only one FJ. So we'll delete one of those. And it was sale number 140. Okay, there we go. But now we need to put one in, but because they didn't check in properly, I'm just going to pick one and go 140, and they will complain and we will fix it later. Or they won't. And we won't fix it because they're not really racing for blood or money. All right, who's next? Juniors. All right, juniors. Gianni. So let's see. Junior fleet. So 175227. Okay, so 101-311 was written down. And I just happen to know that Miles his full rig sale has the 101 and his radial sale only has the 311. 175227 is Zornick, and 168575 is Gibbs, but Gianni's sale number is 85001, and that's the odd man out. That also is because I'm familiar with those sale numbers. So we could also go to the results and look at the junior fleet, Zornick, Gianni, Bick, 85001. There we go. Okay, so those are the ones that signed up. All right. So that's the junior fleet. So we've got sale numbers for everybody there. At least that now we get to the lasers. This is a long list. But the good news is they're pretty good about it because they go places and they have to have their stuff squared away. So 88210, 88210, 184560, 184560. Yep, 177634, 177634, 167476. 167476. Oops, shouldn't have clicked there. 177258, that's mine. 177258. 7195, that's Hester. And 187310, that's Newland. 1873 and 181847 is 181847. Oh, there it is. Will Nowak, new guy. And 156877 is Miachka. Okay, so that's everybody, I think, more or less for the lasers. So that's good. And we did the junior fleet. Let's do the sun, and we did the sunfish. All right, that's everybody. So now, so I save this, and I save this. Now, in theory, it should upload. All right, so since this is the first time we're doing this, my race numbers are correct. If this was the following week, I have to go in here and adjust it to be race number. However, if there were 3 races next weekend, I'd have to make race 1, race 4, race 2, race 5, and so on. So you have to fix that. And the easiest way to do that is once you get all of this nonsense done, you go and you sort by race number and you change them all together. Maybe we'll see that in another episode. All right, so now saved here. Let's go over here and go File, Import Results from CSV, Browse, a date modified. So this is the scoring collector from today that I had been editing. And we'll open that and we'll go next. And you'll see it'll go, are these your field titles? Yes, that is. And it's going to map, if I did it right, and sometimes it's flaky, but it's going to map everything. I still check it. And then these last two, oh, wait. Canceled. I almost forgot. I've got to get the date in here correct. So what I often do is we'll just use, so we need the race date. So the submission date, unfortunately, is not the right day. Insert race date. And we need this to be, I believe it was the 8th, correct? So yeah, it was 8 Jan 2023. Okay, now I can copy that all the way down, Control C. Go faster. There we go, Control V, 8 Jan 2023. But then it needs to be in a different date format. More number formats. It needs to be in UK reverse date format, 2012-03-14. So it needs to be year, month, day like that. And there's a reason why, and it has everything to do with submitting this to the RYA. And I don't even know if we can do that, but I've been getting in the habit of it. All right. Now we have that. And the cool thing, one cool thing about this is that as long as you save the change here, you do not have to close the file before you can try to upload it. So import results from CSV. It doesn't remember that that was the right one. So you always make sure it's the right one. Next. Yep, those are the start. Yep. Okay, race date was the only one that changed. And then I need to ignore these other two, submission date and last update. We just ignore those. It'll just go by. And then we hit next. We never create competitors during the import. It will, we want to know that something doesn't match and we want to manually fix it. Finish. Error line 9, more than one competitor matched. Okay, so before we go anywhere, line 9, 51 for race number 2. Oh, there we go. That's right. So someone in an email mentioned that someone was borrowing somebody else's boat. So we have to cancel. And then we go in here and change. So what I would probably do is change this to 99 or something that I know is not the same, and then go in here and change 51 to 99, but only because I happen to know that she was borrowing Jose's boat. So I'm going to change it to 99 so that I can bring it up. I'm going to save this, and then we're going to have to go through the process again. Import results from CSV, browse. Yep, that one. Open, next, next, ignore, next, do not create them, finish. Some results already exist. Yes, they do. I don't care. Continue. Yes. Line 11. Okay, now we go see what line 11 is. Sunfish, 0. Oh, so here's an Excelism now. It won't let me put 0, 0. So there's a couple ways to handle that. I'm going to choose to cancel this, and instead of having it be 0, 0, I'm just going to have it be 0. That's Jen Lee's number. And now we'll try again. File. Yep, okay, file. Import results. Browse. TTL race score collector. Open. Next. All that looks right. All that, ignore, next, don't create, finish. Yes. Line 26. Let's go. Even after all that checking, line 26, 2287 in the Capri fleet. 2287 in the Capri fleet for race 2. 2287 doesn't have anybody associated with them. So cancel. So 2287, somehow we missed that. I bet I know who it is, but let's go back. Now we look at our results. We go up to the Capris. 2287 is Danner. I missed that earlier. Here we go. 2287, and we'll give the boat name Adopt 2, just so it has a name. And we'll save this, and now we'll try again. File, import, browse, that one, open, next. Yep, that looks right. Ignore the unmapped fields. Yep, that still looks right. Next, don't create. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Yes. 20. Now we're at line 27. 3140. So 3140. Who's 3140? Joanne Aspinall. Okay. Apparently we didn't check these guys. Okay. Didn't do a very good job. All right, Control S. Now start over, import results, browse. As you can see, this TTL AYC Racing Score Collector from 1213 is not the right one. Browse, open, next, next, ignore, next, next. Yes, yes, yes. Line 28. Good Lord. 4650. Who's 4650? Okay, 4650 is Mike Faring. That's interesting. They must have. Okay. That's interesting. I'll change it there, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's gonna 4650, 46. Okay. Don't know what happened there. I don't have to know what happened there. I just have to file, import, browse, first one, open, next, ignore. Yeah, it's still right. Next, don't create, finish. Yes, they exist. Line 29, no competitors matched. 140. Oh, okay. So this one is because the fleet name is wrong. Okay, cancel. So the fleet scoring system isn't FJ, it's ASU FJ, or I believe it has to be exactly the same. CFJ. Okay. Okay. Now that's not going to go in and change these. So this needs to be ASU CFJ. Okay. And then this one, we can drop it down and choose ASU CFJ, hit OK. And save series. Now I will probably go back and fix that in the template. That should have been correct in the template. And then the one last time, I'm going to see they didn't get a name on the ASU sailors on that one, and that's not 100% surprising. So now file, import, browse, open, next, ignore. Yep, everything's correct. Yep. Yes, lots of them. 35. Okay. Line 35. 4143. Oh, 31. This says 3143, but there wasn't a 3143 in this race. There's 3140. Okay, so now let's go to the score sheets. 3143 was in race 1 for the Capris. Yeah, this was an error, 3140, and it's the third position here, or fourth. 1, 2, yeah. So this one is wrong here. So I'm going to go 3140. Save that this time. Okay, and then when it happens that way, I just go back a little bit. Next, finish. Yes. And I got through the end. Yay! But we're not done. So now I'm going to hit Control Save, Control S for save. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make sure that anybody who showed up does not get, or well, let's score series. Okay. And we score all competitors. No, we don't. We score groups of competitors by fleet. Score series. 140 is not. Oh, right. Okay. All right. So here's what we have to do. We got to go into our scoring system. Nope. Cancel. Race 1, edit race, edit, select. Fleet is CFJs. Okay. Okay. Race 2, edit race, edit, select, CFJ. Okay. And then in race 3, We go in, edit, select. That one little mistake caused havoc here. Okay, now so here's another neat trick. This right here shows you what you're looking at in the grid. I want to see my start times because it said something about that in there, and I want to look at the FJs. Yeah, see, it took out the start time. So I'm going to edit the rate because and now look at the finish times. Finishes. So there is finishes here. So I know they started with the C14s because that's what they do. So I'm going to go to start times. I'm going to edit the race for this, edit the result for this one person. And I'm going to enter the same start time, 140900. There we go. Okay. And then in this one, I'm going to edit the result here and do the same thing. Okay. Control S. Finishes, score series, and now I don't have an error. Okay. Now what I need to do is make sure that anybody who quit early does not have a DNC. So like right here, Will Nowak, I'm not sure what happened here. So because you don't generally get a DNC, I think he might have been over early, but let's just take a look at the laser results for race 2. Where are they? Laser results, race 2. He is 181847. Does not show him as finishing. Which is interesting. I wonder if he was over early or something. We'll have to figure that out. In any case, the point was in this, so that's an error. Because I was on the water, I happen to know that that's an error, and I would expect it to be an error. If you had a problem, we need to give you, so we need to edit that result and give you a DNS for the day. So the accepted practice is if you show up for one race at all, you get DNS for anything that you didn't race all day. So this one, edit race, no, cancel, sorry. No, edit the result, and we give you a DNS. No. That means you started but didn't finish. DNS. Yep, everybody else gets DNCs. Okay, looks like Sean started but didn't finish. Olivia started but didn't finish. We're going to have to ask Will what happened there, but DNSs. Okay, so that looks right. So, for example, if let's say that Howard Weir didn't show up for race 1, but he was there for race 2 and 3, he would be given DNSs for race 1, not DNCs. It's a little bit less of a penalty. All right, so now I'll do this one more time, score series, and now we can publish. Finally, all right, publish results. And the first time we have to enter the title, which is TTL, or AYC Spring Series Tempe TTL results week 1. All right. Now, I want to publish a summary table, and I want to publish all the individual race tables so people can see. I'm going to, and then in the options, I'm going to come in here. I want to include the dates, I want to include the time, and I want to include DNC's start, finish, and corrected times. Okay. Next. Now, I just do preview, and it'll open it up in my browser somewhere. Where did it go? Here it goes. Okay. And now I can go through and check, but checking the summary tables doesn't really tell me much. So the first thing I can do is make sure the date got stuck in there correctly. That's right here. Okay, that's good. Everything was the right date. But now I'm going to go down to the individual race tables and look at race 1. Okay. And what I do, I'm scanning the corrected times, okay, to make sure that or the elapsed times if the corrected aren't there, but to make sure nothing is outlying, okay? So if I'm going along here and suddenly I see that Will Zornick had 23 hours and something, I can look across and go, well, his finish time was entered wrong, okay? So we're looking for outliers. This is one of the places that you can catch more fat fingers in the data. So lasers all look good in this race. Lasers all look good in this race. And Portsmouth Fleet was on race committee. So Sunfish, yep, all look good. All look good there. Okay. The other place you really got to pay attention is any of the Portsmouth fleets, because their correcteds should be different than so the juniors are Portsmouth, right? So the corrected should be a little bit different than that. So all right. All right. So I think it's correct. Now, so I just look at AYC Tempe Town Lake fall 2023 race series, and I go, you can go save as, you can do it that way. I go print to PDF, Microsoft PDF here. And then I like landscape. And the only other thing that later in the series can get hinky is that I need it to fit to printable area. Well, that's not it. Actual size, or oh, I know why I did that. Or sometimes I have to scale it down because especially the juniors, because they're running shorter, they'll get 30 races and it won't fit anymore. So we're going to go actual size because that seems to work. So the last quick check is, can I see the net of everything? Yes, I can. Okay, we're done. We can save this. So print, and now I want to save it to scoring, and I want to save it as TTL Spring Series Day 1, and it's 2023. Okay, save. Now, depending on exactly how we're going to do this, the next thing I do is I open either WordPress on the web. Because I'm involved in WordPress, I have the little desktop installed. I open up the Arizona Yacht Club website and I go to media. And then I go find my file, which is 2023 TTL Spring Race Series Day 1. I drop it in. I need to get this link. So I have to edit and copy the link. And now I go to pages and I search for results. And it's the last page down here with the dash. It'll open up. And then because it's a brand new series, I'm going to copy this out. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to go back up to this. I'm going to hit, and then I'm going to hit shift enter to keep from putting an extra page break in there. I'm going to go week 1, comma, and then I'm going to give it the date, which was 8 January. And it's going to be spring up here. And it's going to be 2023 up here. And then what I can do is add the link. Nope. this is the one I want. Okay. That's it. I hit go there and I hit update here. And then I email the fleet captains that TTL results are published. All right. I hope that was informative and that you can follow along.